hearts aligned, so let the world outside grow.
Hello, everybody. Hi, it's so great to be hanging out with you today. Today we're hanging out, and yesterday I sent out and released clue number 11. Clue number 11. I have my little pieces here, and I thought while we hang out, I'm going to trim them up. There's a little bit of extra, and I need to square them up with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I'm going to do that while we chat today. How's everybody doing? Hello. So some disturbing news on the home front. I've had a rough week, y'all. Well, not a rough week, just really frustrating. So I want to give y'all a heads up. If you're on the Facebooks and you're scrolling on the internet in search of really cute and adorable quilting patterns, please be careful. Many of you know, you follow me over on Facebook. You know that my turkey pattern was stolen, right? Well, Cindy sent me a message just a little while ago with a link to a different site on Facebook. They also have a website off of Facebook. Sorry, someone's at our farm stand and it's distracting me. She's trying to figure out how to open the doors. It's closed. There she goes. She's looking around. Sorry, I'm so distracted. My Santa pattern has also been swiped. So, y'all please stay diligent if you're shopping online, anywhere. Particularly Facebook. Hi, everybody. They do. They take everybody's stuff. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. I'm going to move you down to my desk. Hopefully she figures out. Yeah, I guess she figured out that we're closed today. Here's my pieces. Here's clue number 11, right? The applique version, you cut your little pixels and you use the grid to line them up. And I'm doing the embroidered version, so that's what I have here. Oh yeah, Miss Wanda, we've reported. We've also been blocked. Not only that, I know several people have reported it, not just us. It doesn't seem to make any difference. Sadly. So that's frustrating. But yeah, besides that, I'm fantastic. I am a little drowsy this afternoon. But I stayed up. This reminds me of Donna. I stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning. That is not like me on a work night. So I was struggling this morning when I had to get up super early. So I will probably go to bed super early tonight to make up for my sleep. I need my beauty rest. Yeah, they even use the video tutorials. Yep, they're using mine. Both the turkey video and the Santa Claus video. So there's that. I believe in the very first video, I showed exactly and explained what I'm doing here, just squaring up these pieces. I'm leaving a 1/4 inch seam allowance beyond the outside line, which is really hard to see because my quilting thread blends in with the background. I can see it in person, but there's a lot of light coming in that window. But that's what I'm doing. And I've decided as of 2 weeks ago that this is the first part of this row, the first 4 blocks of this row. I'm not going to sew any of them together until after next week's parts are done. And then I'm going to sew the whole row together. So once I square these up, I'm done for the week. Yeah, I am drowsy. I should have made some coffee. I say that, but really, coffee doesn't make me any more energized. Not for a really long time. I can drink coffee and go right to sleep. So, but it does sound tasty right now, a cup of coffee. Donna, you were still up. I should have sent you a message and said, hey, let's hang out. But I probably wouldn't have gone to bed when I did. I've had some busy, busy, busy days, but let me just tell you, I feel like Darlene's twin sister. I have been finishing so many projects. So many. Last night was one of our quilt retreats on Patreon, and I got 4 bindings done last night. They weren't great big quilts, but 2 of them had some good size to them. One of them I like to call a canning quilt because it just fits on the countertop, and I like to use that size quilt when I'm canning, because when you pull the hot jars out, you don't want to sit them on a cold countertop, right? So I have a couple of quilts that are that size, and I lay them out right on my, it's so cute, little quilts on your countertop. And I set my hot jars right on there, so they'll cool off, you know, till the next day. And it's a little decoration in the meantime. But so I did a little canning quilt binding last night, and a sublimated Santa panel. I got a binding on that. And 2 trivets. And the trivets were bow tie blocks that we made like 5 years ago here on YouTube. I say 5 years ago, it might have been like 4 years. I don't know about you, but time is flying by for me. I was just having like a mental recap. And my business has been open almost 10 years, and that just seems crazy to me. That seems like a really long time. And I would say in those 10 years, there have been lots of ups and downs, but I don't know that I've ever had a year that I've been like, you know what, this was a bad year. You know what I mean? I think I'm doing really good. There we go. There's my 4 blocks all trimmed up and nice and pretty. Wanda says your ornaments. Wanda did a whole bunch of the manger ornaments. I don't have one close by. I actually do have some for the tour. They're hanging up on my wall, or else I'd grab one and show it to you in case you haven't seen it. But she did a whole bunch of the manger ornaments for her friends. I think it's a church group, right? And she says they were a huge success. I'm so glad. So glad. Let's lay this out. 11-2. I wrote the little thing down here with the friction pen and the seam allowance so I can keep them straight. Except for this one. So I know this is block 4. That's not right. Or is that right? 1, 2, 3. I was confusing my own self. There we go. that is what this week's blocks look like. I'm actually really enjoying this. And this week, the stitch out time took about 18 minutes for each block, which is just the perfect amount of time. You know, you hoop your fabric and you do the background quilting, and then you're stitching out all the pixels, right? So the stitch out for this is in 3 groups. It stitches out this chunk, stops, and then moves over here. And then it stitches out this chunk, 4 groups. And then it stops and goes down here. And then it stops and goes over here and stitches these out. But total stitch time, 18 minutes, which is a good amount of time for me to work around the room and just come back and hit go when it jumps to the next part. So I've been able to multitask, which is a good thing, right? Multitasking. Speaking of ornaments, I was going through a box of stuff I had, and I found all of these that I need to put hangers on. Can I reach it? Can I reach it? Oh. I don't know that I'm going to put these in the studio tour. Well, maybe I will. Maybe we have a lot of quilters in our area, so maybe they will like them. Little quilt block ornaments. I found those. I forgot I even had them. And then I found a whole stash of angel ornaments that I had completely forgotten that I had. So I need to do a little cleanup, you know, where it has the thread where it starts and stops. See that right there? I need to just go through and clean them up. This one doesn't have a hanger, so maybe I burn a little hole in there and put a hanger in it. Aren't they pretty? This one still has the wash away. I need to dissolve that out. But this is so typically me. I go like full on production mode and stitch a whole bunch of them and then just put them in a box, and I forget I even have them. And then I have these. I think this, if you're a Patreon member, I think I have the stitch file for this on Patreon. Isn't that pretty? Kind of looks like a sweater a little bit, doesn't it? So I found those in a box yesterday, and I think that's all I have here. Daniel says, yes, put them in. The quilt blocks. I think, you know, all right, yeah, I'll put them in. Even if no one's ever interested in buying them, aren't they fun to look at? And I kind of feel like that's the point, right? That's kind of the whole point. So I'll put hangers on those. I got, I had a whole bag of these gold ones, but sometimes gold doesn't go with everything. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I just got in some silver ones. I think silver works on a lot more things, if you ask me. Not that it matters. But I got those in. Plus, I also have a show and tell today. I do. And I'm going to give y'all a second. So if you're here and you're doing the Festive Fancywork Pixel Quilt, and you have a picture in your phone or your tablet, or you can run and take a picture real quick, I don't care if you just started and you only have one block done. We'd love to see it. I'm going to switch over to Creative Crew on Facebook here in like 5 minutes, okay? Pinned to the top of the page, there's a very colorful post. In the comment section, post your picture so we can see it. I'm going to share pictures. Right now, I only have Daniel's picture, which is worth the view, let me tell you. But if you'd like to join in today's show and tell, you have about 5 minutes. Go do it. Yes. I will switch back over here so that you can see where we are to this point. Now, everybody's been taking guesses as to the little designs that are going to be in this quilt. The hearts are kind of a filler on this row. There's one more design feature coming up after the hearts that is nothing that is repeated in this quilt. And it is super cute. I can't wait for you to see it. And one person has guessed what that thing is. But yeah, once we get done with this row of hearts, we're going to be working on the last 2 rows of this quilt. And there is another design aspect coming up after the hearts. Can y'all hear Munchie? She's crying in the other room. She's like, let me out of my crate. We cannot trust her outside of her crate if she's not being watched. She chews all our shoes. She chews furniture. She chews the rug. Anything and everything. She's going to chew it. She cannot be trusted unattended. Faye guesses bells after the hearts. Good guess. My lips are sealed. I'm not going to say. My lips are sealed. So I'm trying to think of what else I can talk about for just a couple minutes before we switch over. I want to see if anybody else wants to add their picture to the show and tell. So this is where we are, up through 11. Now, I mean, it's kind of obvious next week is going to be a continuation of the hearts. However, it's not as simple as like last week where you could just repeat the parts. Each one of the 4 blocks is slightly different. Slightly different. But yeah, next week will be a continuation of the hearts. And then I wanted to let you know and just give you a heads up because next week is Friday, the 21st. We're going to meet here live like we always do. And Clue 12 will come out the day before. The Friday after that is the day after Thanksgiving. That's the first day of my studio tour. So we're not going to be live that week. Okay? So I don't even know that I'm going to release a piece because I don't want you to do it without me. So we're going to skip a week, the week of Thanksgiving. Okay? Just so you have a heads up. Mimsy, do you like my sign? Outside of me here on YouTube, I'm a very quirky person with a very random personality. And I love that sign. Like, I love signs or t-shirt graphics that when you read them, you're like, what does that even mean? Why would someone lick the walls? I think that is hilarious. Wanda guesses candles. Good guess, Wanda. But I'm not saying. Actually, I think in like real life, many of you would think that I'm really annoying. I know I can annoy Harlan sometimes, but for the most part, we share the same personality. But sometimes I'm just a goof. Do you know what I mean? A quirky, random goof. That's me pretty much in a nutshell. Lindsay said, I sent a meme. I have not logged into my personal Facebook Messenger in a couple of days. So it's probably over there. But she said, I sent a meme this morning. I sometimes get into deep thoughts, and sometimes I think of bubbles. I like bubbles. All right, has it been 5 minutes yet? I want you to see Daniel's pixel quilt. Um, Let me just check real quick and see if anybody else has shared too. Uh, oh, Kim, are you here live? Are you on the live, Kim? I see your pixel quilt, but it's not in my post. Can I share that? Where's the featured section on this tablet? Here we go. Are you here, Kim? Yes. Okay, can I share it? Because it's not in the comments section. So I want to ask before I just put it on YouTube for the whole wide world to see. Yes, okay, I can share it. All right, good. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we're going to take a look at Kim and Daniel's Festive Fancy Work. I keep wanting to say butterfly pixel. That's not what it is. But my screen's going to look really funny for a minute because you're going to see all the behind the scenes stuff. Creative crew, here we go. And I'm going to refresh the page just in case. So it's currently an up to date. And before I move on, I'm going to make sure you see what I see. So that's just going to take a second. Okay, yeah, you can see what I see. All right, we're scrolling down. Here is Kim's quilt. I'm going to click on the picture and make it big. Don't you love the green? I love it. Kim's doing the applique version. Don't you just love the green? I think that is fantastic. I love it. I always get excited. I mean, I totally get it when people use the same colors that I use because then they know what it's going to look like. You know what I'm saying? But I always get super excited when different colors are chosen because I was wondering what it would look like with green fabric, or I was wondering what it would look like with metallic thread. So when y'all do these things, we get to see lots and lots of different versions. So Kim, be really totally honest with me. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Is this, we're past the halfway mark. Is this more work than you thought it was going to be? And if so, would you start the quilt knowing what you know now? Is that a confusing question? And is this something that you are enjoying and having fun? I think that's probably the most important question, really, is because sometimes even the labor intensive projects can be like therapy. Do you know what I'm saying? Can be so worth the time. I love the green. I love it. All right, and then we're going to scroll down. We're going to scroll up, featured post. And that's where we're going to find Daniel's. And Daniel is doing a blue background with a silver metallic thread. That's metallic thread, y'all. That's a lot of metallic thread. I'm sitting here looking. Hold on a second. If you're doing clue 11, I think I sent out clue 12. I did. I sent out clue number 12. I thought when I was laying out the pieces, y'all, that it looked funny. Y'all are doing week number 12 ahead of number 11 this week. So one note, Daniel was in the Patreon retreat Tuesday night, and he made mention that if you're doing the embroidered version and you're using metallic thread, the metallic thread makes for a thicker, not so much a thicker seam. It's harder to press this seam flat. I might be messing up the words on it, but the metallic thread is a little bit stiffer, right, in the seams. So just keep that in mind, but you can tell it's not stopping Daniel, and that looks fantastic. Kim said it is therapeutic. Yay! I'm so glad, Kim. So isn't that fantastic? I'm so glad he did the metallic thread, because I teetered on that idea and then said no. But I'm so glad he's doing it. Yeah, he said I had to take a hammer to it to get it to lay flat. So just in case you're doing the embroidered version and you're thinking of the metallic thread, there's a tip from Daniel. Right? There's a tip from Daniel. Thank y'all so much for sharing. Now I'm going to come back and just refresh the screen just to make sure there's nothing else there. Nope. Okay. Thank you, Kim and Daniel, for sharing. Now, I knew something was looking awful funny. And that's not 12 either. If you have downloaded week 11, this week's pieces, pause a minute before you start making them. Okay, let me pull up this picture real quick. Now, I know maybe I just put them out of order, because that makes a heart. Oh no, it's right. I was looking at the wrong row. I told you I stayed up way too late last night. It's right. Never mind. Never mind me. I was thinking that this was reversed, but it's not. You're good to go with clue number 11. I don't know why I thought that looked weird, but there's half a heart at the beginning of the row, and that's what was throwing me off. And I was like, that does not look right, but it's right. Okay, never mind me, y'all. I thought, where's the rest of the heart at the beginning of the row? But it's a half a heart. That's what happens when I am sleep deprived, is I start messing things up. So I was going to, at the last minute, bring over one of my trivets and do a binding with you. But then I thought, if you want to see how I'm doing my thinner little bindings, super easy way to join the ends, and you haven't seen it yet, like a week ago, I released the little tea bag holders. And in that video, halfway through, I start the binding process. If you struggle with binding, check out that video. Check it out, because the way that you join the ends is totally a game changer for me. That's how I was able to do 4 bindings last night. Pretty quickly. Pretty quickly. Kim said this Festive Fancywork is different than anything she's ever done before. I think it is different, isn't it? I think that's one of the reasons why I really am enjoying it. I hope one day I can find the time to do my applique version. So this weekend, y'all remember the medallion mystery quilt? I have not quilted mine yet. I need to do that this weekend, probably Sunday. Also, I have my Lone Star quilt that we made on Patreon that is not quilted yet. Hopefully this weekend. That is really being like, I don't know, wishful thinking to think that I'm going to get both of those quilts done this weekend. The studio tour is not this weekend. It starts the Friday after Thanksgiving. So that's Black Friday, right? That's when it starts. So if you're on Patreon, I'm going to keep it really kind of short today, y'all. But if you're on Patreon, you have 2 more events for November. And that's quilt retreats next Tuesday and next Thursday night. I'm going to be jamming at the sewing machine, finishing up projects. And yeah, 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so far we've done 4 this month. We've got 2 more. It has been a good chunk of time for me to get stuff done, though, so I've been really productive. So before we go today, what are you working on? And it's okay if you say something other than Festive Fancy Work. It's okay. What are you working on? And yeah, what's keeping you busy these days? Yep, I can't believe they ripped off my Santa too. That's infuriating. You know what they did? Their listing shows my sublimated Santa panel, but they're calling it a pattern. So when you click on it, then you see video clips of my video making the applique quilts. And they tell you it comes in 3 sizes for like $18. But you're not getting anything. You're getting scammed. Right? Y'all stay diligent when you're out there shopping online. Thank you, Joni. I enjoy your channel. Thanks for all you do. I've learned so much. Thank you so much. I'm glad that it's been helpful for you. Wanda's making baskets from Hixies. Ooh, post pictures. Hi, Melissa. East Texas, what's the weather like there? Daniel's making Christmas cards. Daniel, we missed you last night. So Tuesday, if you're going to be there, we'd like to see your Christmas cards. Peggy just finished her last 2 blocks of vintage Christmas quilt, and now I can work on a quilt that I have on my long arm. It's been calling my name for the last few days. Gloria says, I'm 84 and been sewing since age of 5. I still love it, especially quilting, not doing it as fast as I used to, but still at it. I enjoy all quilting. Yay! She's in Texas too. Texas is representing today. Menzies working on duffel bags, quilts, and ditty bags for foster teens. What is that? Y'all, I need new glasses. Can y'all tell I'm trying to use... I have bifocals, so I'm trying to use the bottom part of my glasses. Faye is just about to grout her mosaic table. Faye, I want to see it. Oh yeah, okay, so she's going to post a picture midweek when she gets it finished. I want to see that. I love mosaic anything. Jane says, I want to finish my Christmas tree skirt I started 3 years ago. Jeannie, I hope you had a wonderful anniversary. So you know what you do? You bring the tree skirt Tuesday night, and that gives you 3 hours dedicated to finishing the Christmas tree skirt. Dawn's working on Sunday Stars. Dawn started Sunday Stars, and she has gone through that quilt so fast, y'all. And it is gorgeous. Dawn, you're going to have to post pictures on Creative Crew so everybody can see it. But she's just whipping out Sunday Stars fast. Ooh, it's 79 in East Texas. That sounds lovely. Oh, okay. That's awesome, Mimsy. That's really awesome. I think that's going to wrap it up for today, y'all. I am plumb out of other words to say. And when I'm tired, I get even more extra goofy. And so before that side of me starts just coming out, and y'all are like, she is so dumb. I'm going to call it a day. never mind me when I said hold up on clue number 11. Clue number 11 is good. So if you're like Daniel and you've already started it, keep going. It's fine. I think I'm going to go make a cup of coffee because I'm not ready to go to bed yet. And some supper. And we'll see if I end up staying up tonight or if I call it an early night. Tomorrow's a busy day. Hey, you said it looks like snow outside of her house. You know what? I'm going to say that like every year. I don't mind one good snowstorm. And then I'm done. All right, Jeannie, don't forget, put your tree skirt on a table where you're not going to forget it, and it'll be ready to go Tuesday. All right, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and stay safe. Do something creative. I feel like y'all are like me. And this space, whether I'm in here for work or for pleasure, is like therapy to me, right? And sometimes I could be just having the worst day ever. And I just come in here and I start fiddling on something. And I'll automatically start feeling better. So that's my advice for you this weekend. Fiddle with something creative. And yeah, I hope you have a fantastic week. I will see you next Friday for clue number 12. If you are doing the embroidered version, check your email. I sent that out yesterday. You should have that. Now, if for some reason you're not getting the emails, send me a message on Etsy. That's the best way to reach out to me. Okay? And yeah, I hope y'all have fun. If you're on Patreon, I'll hang out with you Tuesday night. Okay? Bye, everybody.
In the quiet of the evening light, with needles dancing, stitching inside each patch of story, every thread a song binding love and fabric where we belong. Every stitch a whispered prayer. In every corner I find you there. Oh, sweet patchwork of our days, stitched together in so many ways. With every thread our lives entwined, in this quilted love our hearts align. Dreams in hues so bright, a quilted heart holding me at night. I'd